Hard in the game, I know we run. Work too hard, there's no refunds. Y'all go.
If you want 100, we can arrange it. No refunds, so it's changes.
I was gonna come and hang out that night, but it's no refunds and you paid that price.
Watch the whole season, nigga, no reruns. The devil out here buying souls, nigga, no refunds.
What's going on, people? I am Team Tommy.
I am Boys Who Nice.
And we are
podcasting.
Yes, we are the No Refunds
People.
podcast, aka People, aka No Refunds.
No Refunds
That's
TV.
who we are. No Refunds TV. Thank you.
Yes.
Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/.
Boy Too Nice TV.
And make sure you guys are listening to us on SoundCloud, iTunes,
Spotify, Google Play.
Okay.
So you're interested in podcasting.
I hate when you do that. Please stop.
You want to do a podcast.
So yes, we have a podcast. And in
Since we
starting
started
this
our
podcast,
we got a lot of questions.
We've got many questions
about how to podcast.
Yes, what he said. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to answer a few of the questions that we got and hopefully help you guys start your own podcast.
So pretty much.
And grow your channels the same way we are doing ours at the same time.
So in layman's terms, this is how to podcast.
Dun, dun.
All right. I want to do that. Like, that got to be a thing. You want to do
you just spider. One question that we got is, what should we talk about on our podcast?
I think you should talk about anything that you find interesting, anything that you feel like you can have an organic topic or organic conversation with your partner. If you do have a podcast partner,
hopefully you do, because it's weird if you just talk to yourself.
Right.
But some people do it. So what we talk about on our podcast, what is it? We do some sports. We do hip hop culture, which is the majority of our stuff.
Because we
do,
black.
What we do? Relationship advice.
We do relationships. Yes.
So those are like the three main things we focus on. We go off topic every now and again, thanks to him. But those are the three things that we focus on. You want to have good conversation. That we focus on at least. So yeah, make sure it's something that you are passionate about. Something that you're passionate about.
And you want to have good conversation at the end of the day.
If it's something that you're not interested in, then obviously it'll show on. Not on camera. We're on camera.
Right.
So
we don't know.
Show on the actual.
If you want to be on camera, it's going to show on camera. If not, then it might. If people know you and they're listening to your podcast, it might come out in your tone. Like they might, they're not really interested in that topic.
And then
because they're not really
get that little clicker, as my grandma used to say, and turn the channel.
How'd you come up with your name?
So I get this question at work, and I don't remember how we came up with it. I know we were sitting in my car one day.
I asked you like what the name is. You gave me like a list of things, and then I chose from that list of things.
Okay.
Our name pretty much reflects how we approach our podcast.
Correct.
So we go with no refunds because for
the tagline was
we don't really take back the shit that we say.
Right.
We say a lot of wild shit. A lot of people do not like us, mainly Barbs.
A lot of Barbies said.
A lot of Barbs. Nicki Minaj's Barbs do not like us because we have no filter. We don't take back the shit that we say. We react or we just talk shit in a way that it's like, whatever. I'll say what I want to say.
When it comes to the name, also double check. Once you think you have a really solid name, make sure you check whatever podcast you're going to upload to and make sure that nobody else has that name for theirs. That way you're not competing with somebody else for attention. One name that you should not do definitely is unpopular opinion, because there are a million different names under unpopular opinion.
So you want to research it. You want to make sure that you're the only name. Or if you do find somebody with that name, make sure they don't have a lot of followers, because you can just debo them.
Yeah. All right. Next question. What kind of software do you use for the audio to record?
So Audacity is what we use to record the audio. What we use to sync up the microphones is something else. We use something called Voicemeeter. So we use pretty much two different softwares for the audio itself. Voicemeeter and Audacity. That's pretty much it. If you want more details about how to use those, just leave a comment, and then we'll put another video out about more details about using that software. But Voicemeeter and
Audacity. The main reason we use Voicemeeter is because we do not have mixers. All of our microphones are plugged in via USB.
Right.
If you have a mixer, then you won't need the actual Voicemeeter side of things, because you can control it manually.
Facts, B.
Which is going to lead us into our next question.
Next question would be,
ever since we started the podcast, we've used two different types of microphones. The first type of microphones we used were the FIFINE USB microphones. They're super convenient in the fact that they're very affordable, like $30 per microphone.
What you want?
They
What you
sit
want affordable?
right on your desk.
Right,
if you're just
right,
getting
facts,
started, you
facts.
don't need anything too fancy. They give you audio essentially, and they connect to USB, so they'll connect to your computer. What, however, is the one super downfall to those microphones that we use there?
It would literally pick up every type of sound in the fucking room. We record in my house, and I have a son, and I have a disrespectful baby mother. So there would be times where you just hear sounds in the background, my son playing, or it will literally pick up every single thing. So tell them what we kind of use now.
They are called the Audio-Technica ATR2100s. The link for most of these,
In the
all these
description,
items
my
will
G.
be left down in the description below.
With the arm. You see the
These
arm?
are the Audio-Technica.
With the Terminator arm.
This is not a Terminator arm.
Terminator.
If Terminator had his arm, I would break that shit. The Audio-Technica ATR
Say Terminator
2100.
3 times.
So the pros to these microphones is that they have much better quality as far as the sound goes. So they pick up your voice. The microphones don't cost too much when it comes to
It depends on how
what
serious
you could
are.
spend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on what you could spend, these are not a really expensive alternative. You have multiple outputs on them, so you can either use a USB input
Or if you have audio mixer, you can connect it to that also.
via the XLR. Now, one of the cons, it's probably the only con that we have with this guy, is that for these microphones, you have to be super close to them.
Yeah.
In order for you to, or in order for the audio to pick up.
You gotta deep throat
Won't
it
be
pretty
that
much.
much of an issue.
You gotta suck it off.
But for us, because we're doing this all on one computer as far as mixing everything, we got to be like super close to the audio, to the microphone.
But that's not
in order for it to
necessarily
pick
a
up.
bad thing. If you're used to like talking with microphones, you kind of want to have the microphone
Yeah.
in your face.
If you're used to having a dick near your mouth, you just like
All right.
put it right there.
All right, that's
It's
different.
nothing new.
We might, so if
You said you got a deep throat.
all of our male podcasts, like, I don't know if I want to be sucking my like.
I don't want to deep throat on the microphone.
Deep throat the shit.
Malcolm,
Do the fingers.
Malcolm, how do we upload this in order to make sure that people are able to hear us on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, all those really good websites that we are featured on?
There's a couple steps that you want to do. So first, what you want to do, you want to find a platform which kind of supports something that's called RSS feed, which would be like a RSS host. You don't know what the fuck that means. I understand that you don't know what that means. So what I use is SoundCloud, right? So SoundCloud, it supports RSS feeds. So what you want to do is once you finish recording your podcast, you upload it to SoundCloud. Now what you do is you go to your settings, then you go to where this shit says RSS whatever the fuck, RSS something. It says RSS feed. That's what it says. All right. I'm just saying. You go to where it says RSS shit. You copy and highlight that. Then you go to Apple Music. You go to Google Play. You go to Spotify, and then you're copying and pasting that link into those platforms. So whenever you upload your podcast to SoundCloud, within an hour, it's going to upload your podcast to those separate platforms. So essentially, you only need to upload to one platform. Now, if you want more details about how to do all of that shit, ask me in the fucking comments, and then we'll make a separate video.
That's aggressive.
It's all right.
All right.
If you want to know more about how to upload your podcast to the RSS stuff, ask me in the comments, and then maybe I'll make a separate video for it.
Malcolm.
All right? Yes.
Last question.
Okay.
What, in your opinion, is the most important thing when you are starting a podcast?
Being consistent. Being consistent, and just being true to yourself. Like, make sure you're not acting, make sure you're not doing things that's out of your own character, because after a while, if you're not in your own character, it's gonna get tiring trying to act as something else
It's gonna be hard to portray that every single
single time. All we can do is be ourselves. So what people take to us, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they fuck with us. And we're also consistent, meaning that we're here every single week. We're recording. This guy has, how long is your drive?
An hour.
He has to drive an hour to our studio. Gotta flex a little bit.
Right.
Our studio. He has to drive an hour to our studio.
Studio, they got pots over there and dishwasher over there.
Listen. Hey. So he has to drive an hour to our studio. You know what I'm saying? I have to kick my family out. So like, there's a certain amount of things that we have to do, but in order to us to be consistent is necessary.
Also-
and again, we enjoy this shit.
Also, if you're in a relationship and you have to go through that process, be prepared to have a few arguments
Gonna be some
with
arguments.
your significant other.
There's gonna be some arguments. I just don't understand why. Listen, listen, bro.
But yeah.
Support my dreams, bro. Support my shit.
Another important thing when you start your podcast, make sure that whatever you're doing, that you're patient with it. if you're doing it eventually to make money, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what we did it for. Like we trying to make some money eventually, but you got to make sure you pay. It's not gonna all come at once unless you spark something up.
You have to enjoy
once in the blue moon.
Because if that's your goal, that's not gonna fucking happen right away.
No,
it's gonna take maybe years, if that.
And it's no joke. It may take a few years.
It may take that long.
We've been doing this for like half a year.
Listen, we're at 29 episodes of our podcast. At this point in time, when you're watching this video, we're at 29 episodes of our podcast.
Yeah, it's 30 plus weeks. Yeah, that's more than half a year.
And we haven't received anything financially for it, but we enjoy this shit. So we don't have no problem going over these topics and talking, because we have fun doing this shit. And then the support that we're receiving is fucking great. Fucking phenomenal.
And when you build that fan base, once you do finally make it
support
big,
base.
you make sure you give back to those people that were rocking with you from day one.
And by that we mean we do giveaways.
Stop.
Wait, do the fingers.
So yeah, that's all the I mean, those are a few of the questions that we've gotten over the time since we started this podcast thing. If you guys have any other questions that you feel like we didn't go over,
definitely answer them. Just put them in the comments.
Right. And we'll make another video based on the response that we get from this one.
Real quick. So if you're interested in doing the video version of this, because we also do a video version for YouTube. So what I use is Sony Vegas. Now if you want Sony Vegas for free,
wow,
I ain't gonna say get it for free. All I'm gonna say is YouTube is your friend. You feel me? But if you want to learn how to use it on Sony Vegas or iMovie, put it in the comments, and if you want to know, we will do a video. All right.
And also, if you're doing a video thing, probably should have a camera to go along with it. The first camera we used was a Panasonic 770, something like that, which goes for around 450 fucking bucks or something like that.
So,
and the camera that we're using right now, which is much better quality for like 50 bucks
fucking
more,
phenomenal,
is the Panasonic Lumix G7, if I'm not mistaken.
So yeah.
Once again, links for everything that we use in our podcast down below. Spider webs and all that bullshit. If you guys are rocking with this video, make sure you guys leave a like,
thumbs up,
comment, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Till next time, I am Team Tommy.
Boy Too Nice.
And we are no
Spider
refunds.
webs.
Now I feel stupid.
This is stupid. This is stupid. So if you want to know more about
actually in the fucking comments down below.
All right. Cut. So if you want to know more all right, so